Remember when every teenager had a poster of the Backstreet Boys on their wall? When I Wanted That Way was on every radio station, and their dance moves were the definition of cool. But what actually happened to the world's biggest boy band? Where did they go? And what are they doing now? Buckle up, because the story of the Backstreet Boys is crazier than you think. Back in the late 90s, the Backstreet Boys weren't just popular, they were a global phenomenon. With over 130 million records sold, they were one of the best-selling boy bands of all time. Screaming fans, sold-out arenas, and music videos that practically broke MTV. But behind the spotlight was a lot of darkness. Their manager, Lou Pearlman, who also created Endless INC, turned out to be running one of the biggest Ponzi schemes in American history. He stole millions from the band, and for years, the Backstreet Boys were working almost for free while Lou lived like a king. And just when they were fighting to break free from him, fame started taking its toll. AJ McLean publicly struggled with addiction. Internal tensions started to rise, and with the music industry changing in the early 2000s, many people thought they were finished. But guess what? They didn't disappear. They refused to fade. While many boy bands from that era disappeared completely, the Backstreet Boys adapted. They kept releasing music, toured relentlessly, and built a loyal fanbase that never really left. In 2019, their album DNA debuted at #1 on the Billboard charts over 20 years after their first hits. That's almost unheard of in pop music. They even landed a residency in LA's Vegas, proving that nostalgia sells, but only when the talent is still real. And it is. But here's the wild part. They're bigger online than ever. Millions of streams, viral TikToks, and a new generation discovering their music. Not to mention, Backstreet Boys memes are basically everywhere. So what happened to the Backstreet Boys? They were burned by the industry. They survived lawsuits, personal struggles, and a manager who rubbed them blind. But through all of it, they never quit. They grew up, got married, had kids, and still hit the stage with more energy than some artists half their age. They're not just a boy band anymore. They're a pop culture legacy. Backstreet's not just back. They never left.